Let's see corporate level strategies. So generally, how the corporates are thinking in India, what kind of strategy they're going to apply to capture the market, to become a monopoly or can control the market or having 80-90% shares in the market, or the people adapting to their level of strategy. What the human mindset thinks. So same way, the corporate people think how to attract the market. So how to focus oriented strategy they can apply in order to attract the market in their own way. So what kind of strategy the corporates are doing? Who is called corporates in India? Any company more than 500 employees are working, they're called corporates. Generally. Imagine there are more than 30,000, 40,000 employees are working in a Reliance industry. So they are a corporate. Tata's corporate, Maruti Suzuki, motor company, stickers, corporate. Every corporate, they have a strategy. They have a strategy. But what kind of strategy they are applying? So in order to attract the market, in order to capture the market, in order to fit into the consumer's mind about the product. Okay, Tata means brand. Ama means soap means brand. Coca-Cola is a brand. Pepsi is a brand. That's it. But definitely, strategies are generally formulated different levels of organization. In any industry or organization, different levels available. Top people, corporate, second level people, business, and bottom level people, functional. So corporate, top, business, middle, and functional. Okay. So corporate people always they design a strategy. It will be passing through business level people and finally pass to functional level, bottom level. So functional level people, they will implement the strategy. Okay. So the corporate level strategy is nothing but highest level of strategic decision making. Can we enter the market? Can we launch a new product? Can we launch a new soap? Can we launch a new scooter? Can we launch a new product, new car? So for new type of, so new kind of highest level decision making, the top people have to decide upon that. It covers actions. It covers actions. Dealing with the what is your objective? What is your objective? What objective the firm is working? For every company, they have an objective. So in another 5 years, I'll be on top. Every month, my sales supposed to be 1,000 buses. I have to make a production and I have to make a sale. That's Ashok Leyland strategy. Every month they have a strategy for Ashok Leyland buses. 1,000 buses they have to manufacture the Ennur plant and Oragadam plant. 1,000 buses they have to manufacture. Okay, and 1,000 buses they have to manufacture for Ennur plant, Ashok Leyland. Okay, and similarly, and every month my target is 1,000 buses I have to manufacture and make a sale. That's the target they are having. 1,000 buses every month production capacity for a Ennur plant. That's it. How to acquire? Sometimes that kind of objective they may have. Sometimes the company can go for expansion, they can go acquire. Ashok Leyland can acquire some part of Tata. Maybe assumption I'm telling you. Or some company going to acquire another company for expansion point of view. Expansion. Already you are there in the market. When I'm acquiring, I'm controlling your market. Similarly, how the resources, I'm having resources. So men, material, men, money, cap, machines, capital, everything have resources. How my resources are going to be utilized for those kind of strategies. Similarly, and coordination strategies, various SBUs. SB means strategic business unit. So for what kind of strategy I can apply? I can coordinate all my strategies for various SBU. SBU means every product is called SBU. Suppose I'm launching a mouse product. Or digital pen. Our strategic business unit, I have to apply. For optimal performance. My performance will be always on top. So what kind of business unit, every product will be called as a SBU. I can think SBU. So once it is called SBU, strategic business unit, automatically that kind of strategy I have to apply for it. Right? We can classify different types of strategies for every organization based on the business life cycle. Every product have a life cycle. Don't think always it is on top. No, it will come down also. Every product has a business life cycle available. Okay. But definitely there are 3 types of levels available in any organization: corporate level, top level, second level, business level, the third functional level. 3 level: corporate, business, and functional level. Right? So generally, what is the business cycle for any business or any product? Suppose I'm going to launch a mouse, Logitech mouse. I'm going to launch it. Imagine in the case what happened initially, how to enter the market. So people must aware what is Logitech mouse, how to enter the market, initial stages. Then finally, I have to enter the consumer's mind, penetration. I have to enter the consumer's mind, penetration. And finally, my growth taking off, growth. Slowly, momentum started, my growth started. I'm selling 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 1,000 per day, 3,000 per day, 1 lakh per day. My growth started. And similarly, I'm expansion also. Growth also started, expansion to different markets. And finally, maturity stage, peak I achieved. This is the peak. Per day, 1 lakh sales in Chennai for the Logitech mouses. Peak achieved. So once a peak achieved, automatically, which means I have a stability strategy out of play. This is my peak. Okay. Try to be in the peak always for next 5 months, next 6 months. 1 lakh per day sales up, then 1 lakh per day sales for next 6 months, you maintain it. Stability, stability. So once everybody having a mouse, your sales will drop. Up automatically, you have to come down. You achieve the peak, introduction, growth, achieve the peak, then you're coming down, declining stage, you're coming down. Okay, once your declining stage coming started, what happened? You have to apply the cost cutting technique, retrenchment, cost cutting. Retrenchment means cost cutting. So some of the units you can close, or sometimes you can remove some workers, or sometimes the product can be removed from the market. Anything you can do it. Once a declining stage strategy started, automatically retrenchment strategy you have to apply, cost cutting techniques you have to apply. So or any turnover strategy, or you can diversify any other products, you can do it, or the same kind of product you can reduce it, or market you can have to narrow down your market also, or any cost techniques, any other cost cutting techniques you can apply. Retrenchment is nothing but cost cutting techniques. Cost you have to cut. That's it. So competition. So competition strategy, which means, so how to achieve the competition? How to achieve the cost leadership? How to achieve the cost leadership? Cost leadership. I'm on top always. Cost leadership. I'm the cost manager, cost management, cost leader, cost controller. Cost wise, I'm the best, because more volume of producing, your cost will be always coming down. Low volume you produce, your cost will be always high. So more volume, less cost. Low volume, more cost. That is all. Say I'm producing 1 lakh units, my cost is almost reduced per unit. And similarly, I have to differentiate my product from my competitor. I have to always differentiate my product from the competitor. What is my competitor doing? I have to differentiate myself so that I can become a unique. Similarly, I have to be focus oriented strategy. Focus. You focus what you're going to do. Focus on your strategies. Sometimes you can collaborate with other people. You can collaborate with other people. That's it. If other people doing just join venture with them. You have an idea, they also idea, they're in a different market, just join venture with them. So they have a skill set in A, the skill set in B, join together, control both the markets, both will take the benefit. Joint venture, that is also one of the strategy we can apply. So can I join with you, sir? This is my strength, that is your strength. Can we join together? You come to my place, I'll come to you, we can join together. Yes. And finally, merger acquisition. So two companies will become one, or one company will become two. Merger acquisition. Vodafone Idea merged, we. Vodafone company merged with Idea Vodafone Idea company, we. Okay, that's idea, merger acquisition. Because why? They have to compete Geo. So Vodafone Idea become we. That's it. So similarly, strategic alliances. Okay, up automatically, like-minded people, they form a strategic alliances. And my mind is also okay. Your mind is also. Can you form some alliances? Strategic alliances. We can do it. So that kind of strategy we can apply. Right. Okay. Next one. But generally, this is not only applicable to India, throughout the world. When you're working in an American industry, when you're working in the UK market, in the Australian market, Singapore market, the Gulf countries, so these kind of strategies you can apply. So what is corporate level corporate strategy alternatives? Number one, stability factor, stability. That's it. If you have to be stable in the market, don't be fluctuate. Stability in the market. Sometimes you can apply growth and expansion. Sometimes you can apply retrenchment techniques, cost cutting techniques. Sometimes you can do some combination of all other activities, combination of all strategy, you can do it. Okay. So growth and expansion, how the growth and expansion will take place. So diversify your products. You are in A product, launch B product, launch C product, diversify products. Sometimes you can go for merger acquisition, M&A. So M&A also one of the best way of your growth. Diversification also growth or expansion. Two companies become one, that is also growth and expansion. Two companies become one company, that is also growth. A company controlling 40 cities, B company controlling 30 cities, A and B come together, 70 cities they controlling. That is also some sort of expansion. And sometimes I can align with that. So definitely it's not possible for me to come to your market without your support. So can we form some alliances so that I can be in your place, you can be in my place? Can we form some alliances, joint set ideas? That's it. Apo, what is the growth strategy? Diversification, merger acquisition, strategy alliances. I can apply. Okay. Next one, diversification. What is diversification? Okay, diversify your products. That's it. One is called intensification. Focus on your product development. Intensification. Number two, diversification. Intensification means market. You penetrate into the market. 20% market your control. Why don't you go for 50? Why don't you go for 70? Why don't you go for 80% market penetration? New market you develop. A market you're having. Go to the B market. Go to C market. Market penetration. Existing market, increase your market share. Market penetrate. Existing market, increase your market. Chennai city 40%, you know. Why don't you expand Chennai city 70% market penetration? Why you are focusing only on Chennai? Can you develop on Bangalore? So can you develop on Kadalur? So can you focus on Bombay? Market development, new markets. Finally, why are you focusing on A product? Why don't you introduce B product, C product, E product, product development? So existing market, deep you are going, market penetration. New market you're creating, new place you're going, new location you're moving. And product development, why you are focusing only on A? You can focus on B also, That's it. This is the way the corporates are thinking, Tatas are thinking, Ambanis are thinking. So their sales is 6 lakh crores sales per year, 1 lakh, 1 year sales. This is why they're thinking. Okay. So Jio, they introduce it. What kind of addition they can do it in Jio? So that is what they're thinking over it. And finally, diversification. So diversification means, okay. So now we achieve the peak. Why don't you go for diversification? So no scope further. We can go for diversification. In this case, vertical integrated. Horizontal, see later on, concentric diversification, conglomerate diversification. There are 4 sides of diversification: vertical, horizontal, concentric, and conglomerate. Who is called conglomerate? Multiple area they are focusing on it. So they achieve the target. Tata is a conglomerate. Ambani is a target. Reliance is a conglomerate because multiple area they are the leaders. Multiple business. Tata hotels, Tata power, Tata infrastructure, Tata motors. So Tata Consultancy software, Tata chemicals, Tata capital, NBFC sector, non-banking financial company, Tata capital. So diversified, conglomerate, multiple business they're doing, multiple business they're leading also. They call conglomerate. Multiple business they're leading, conglomerate. That's it. About vertical integrated, one of the strategy for diversification, horizontal integrated, concentrated diversification, and conglomerate diversification. There are 4 days of diversification. So when the vertical integrated means either you can move to forward or backward. Forward, go and forward integration. You focus more on your output. Backward, or focus more on your input. Backward. Focus more on your output. Forward. Focus more on your input. Backward. So these kind of strategy also you can apply. Right. So upper vertical integration can be divided into forward integration and backward integration. That's it. Let's see. The corporate strategies, every corporate strategy in an organization, so they can classify the strategy into 4 types. Any business, any market, any company, they have only 4 kind of strategy only they will always apply. Okay, it's a corporate strategy. 4 broad categories. Number 1, stability. Every firm, they have to think about the stability factor. So I'm launching a Maggi noodles. Can I be in the market for next 20 years, next 10 years? Are you the leader in the Maggi noodles market? Maggi noodles, they control the market. 88% of the Maggi noodles market in India controlled by Maggi noodles. Maggi, Nestle products, Maggi. They're controlling the market. If you want noodles, no Maggi, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Okay, think about it. It's called because they have been such a effort they put to maintain the lead. In India, 88% of noodle market controlled by Maggi noodles. Maggi noodles. So everybody knows paste. Okay, Colgate, Close Up, Pepsodent, so many paste companies are coming on. But new market, Patanjali products came. Patanjali product. Why the target is Vedic tradition. So Vedic tradition. Automatically, Patanjali is a leader in the toothpaste market, especially for Ayurvedic products. Ayurvedic products. Okay, Ayurvedic toothpaste. Everybody like Ayurvedic toothpaste. It's purely chemical. Colgate, Pepsodent, Close Up are purely chemical. But Patanjali Ayurvedic products, so they dominated the market. The sales went from 5,000 crores to 15,000 crores. Sales has been achieved in a short period of time, 2 to 3 years time. 15,000 crores sales they achieved because of their new strategy. Ayurvedic. India is famous for Ayurvedic. Why we have to focus on the foreign products, Desi products, home products, we have to focus on it. So that's why that is the level of idea they're having. Okay, maturity. Automatically, for market, you have to be stability. Which you have to always innovate yourself. So the firm stays in the current businesses and the product markets. Automatically, they have to maintain the existing level of effort they have to put. Maintain the existing level of effort they have to put. And satisfied with incremental growth. Incremental growth they have to put it. Always there is a growth. From yesterday to today, some growth. From today to tomorrow, some growth. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, some growth. But there must be incremental growth. That kind of strategy, the company, every corporate think stability strategy. Next, expansion. So they are always focusing on new businesses, new products, new area business. Okay, expansion. Okay, expansion in the sense expansion of your products, expansion of your market also, market penetration, market penetration. Okay, expansion. That's it. So entering new businesses, new product, new launch, new area. That is also expansion. And finally, retrenchment. It's a cost cutting techniques. Retrenchment means cost cutting technique, which means either you drop your business or sell your business or close your business or cut your employees. Some type of cost cutting techniques. When you're not able to maintain your variable cost, it is better to cut down your business. When you're not able to, when you're not able to leverage your variable cost, it is better for you to cut your business. Okay, so that kind of strategy is called retrenchment strategy. So sell out the business, close your business, liquidation. That is also cost cutting. So when you're not able to maintain your variable cost, it is better to close your business, sell out the business, liquidate the business, drop the business, drop the product. The product is not possible. It is not getting any single paisa to your revenue. Better close the product. Why you are incurring loss again and again? Already 1,000 rupees loss. So make it sure, close the 1,000 rupees loss. Don't make it 10,000 rupees loss. So combination. The firm combines above strategic alternatives in some permutation combination. All the some permutation combination the company applying. All the permutation combination the company applying in order to achieve the level of strategy. That's combination permutation. That is the idea, everyone. So all your mindset, all your ideas, all plus A and B you can do. A 60%, B 40% you can apply. So all permutation combination the firm can apply in order to have a, that is also one of the strategy, combination strategy. Okay, right. Every firm have a different ideas every. So you can take from here 40% here, 60% here, all permutation combination you can apply for business. Next one, stability strategy. Stability strategy. Stability. What do you mean stability strategy? It is perceived by a firm. Stability. Okay. When you enter the market, already reach the peak, then you try to be stable. Do nothing. It is not a do nothing strategy, but you must be stable. At least your customer remains with you. They will not be migrated to some other way. For example, you're in Vodafone. Your tower is not okay. You'll be migrated to Jio or Airtel. However, what the Vodafone has to do, try to maintain the stability strategy. So don't allow the customer to migrate to some other network. They have to maintain it. So stability strategy. Already we have a 30 crores customers available. You try to maintain 30 crore customer. At least don't make it a 35. If you're not making 35, at least maintain 30. But don't make it them at 25. At least you try to stop them to change out to other network. That's it. A stability strategy you have to maintain. So 30 crores customers now. Next month it is going to be 31 lakh customers. Now 30 lakh customers. Next month is going to be 31 lakh customers. Don't make it as 29 lakh customers. Of a company, you have to maintain stability strategy. Continue to serve in the same market, similar products, similar services, just to do it. The strategic decisions focus on incremental improvement of functional performance. Of every strategy decision focus on incremental improvement. So function wise, you have to improve. So yesterday is my task. Today I'll be little better, my functional wise. Tomorrow still I'll be better. Day after still I'll be better. Every day you have to be more and more. You have to improvise yourself, functional wise. Do more, take less. Do more, take less. That is the strategy. Give more. 100 rupees worth, give 500 rupees worth of products, supply. 100 rupees product value, give 1,000 rupees of worth of value. More functional work, you just give it. Our stability strategy is not a do nothing strategy. It's not a do nothing. You have to do to maintain the stability. It is not to do strategy. You have to do to maintain the stability. It is not a not to do strategy. You have to do to maintain stability. It is not keeping new developments. What the market think about you. So make sense. What the consumer want from your side. Give it them. Give it more. Take less. Give it more. So this strategy is nothing typical for the firms whose products have reached maturity stage of PLC. That's it. So once a company achieved a top level, noodles 88% market control, they try to be in the 88% control only. Automatically they have to still 88% don't come down to 80, at least 88% they have to maintain. So they have to do a lot of activities to maintain them at the once a peak achieved, you be stable there, at least for a period of time. 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 2 months, at least for a period of time, you be stable there. So small organizations may follow stability strategy to consolidate the market position, prepare for the launch of growth strategies. Once they achieve the market leader, so they have to follow stability strategy only to consolidate the market, to retain the market share. Automatically automatically and prepare for the launch of growth strategies. Okay, once they achieve stable maturity, stable, then automatically they prepare for the launch of any other growth strategy they try to apply. Right? Next, what do you mean by growth and expansion strategy? Growth and expansion strategy. So this is very important strategy. You reformulate your goals. You reformulate your directions. Take some major initiatives. Take some major initiatives. For this, you need a lot of investments. Correct? No? Attract more investments. Explore new products. A product already having. Coca-Cola already, Pepsi already having. Launch a Lay's. Launch some other biscuit. Launch some other snacks. Launch, explore the market. Explore the market. And new products, you just make it through. Onslaught into new products. So think about the new products. Don't focus on only one product. Think about the new products. New technology, you think about it. New markets you entered. Already you are in Tuticorin. Why don't you enter in Madurai? Why don't you enter in Kolkata? Why don't you enter in New York City? New markets you try to enter. That's it. Okay, right. So that is the way. See, PepsiCo is an American company. So they are in Chennai. They are in Kadalur. They are in Madurai. How is it possible? Because of vision of the chairman. Mission of the chairman. So it's an American company. Instead of focusing in America, why are they coming to India? Why are they coming to Sri Lanka and China? Because more demand here available. More demand available. Automatically new market they're capturing. New technology they apply. New products they launched. Always they're taking innovative decisions. Innovative. You have to think always. Improvise yourself. Innovative. Innovative programs in your mind. Action-oriented programs. Talk less, do act. More, act more. Talk less, act more. So don't talk, act. That's it. So action-oriented programs they have to implement it. Expansion also including diversification, acquiring, merging the business. Diversify your market or product, acquiring the new business or merging with other business. That is also one of the way of expansion. You are already in Kolkata, I'm in Chennai. Can we merge together? So you are controlling Chennai market, I'm controlling Kolkata market. Can you merge together? Or I can acquire other company, diversification. So these are the ways expansion can be take place. So these are the ways expansion can be take place. That's it. Okay, right. Let's see. Expansion through diversification. So diversification is defined as entry into new products. New products I'm entering. What is diversification? Already PepsiCo is a cool drink company. So they're launching Lay's product, new products, new product lines, new kind of service they're offering, new markets they're entering. Applying different skill set required. Same kind of skill set you cannot apply for expansion strategy. Different skill set required. Chennai, the market consumers are different. Bangalore, the consumers are different. In Odisha, the consumers are different. In Bombay, the consumers are different. In Kolkata, consumers are different. In Northeast, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, the customers are different. What they like, just start giving to them. Different skill set required. Don't apply same skill set. What are be applicable in Chennai cannot be applicable in Madurai. Cannot be applicable in Odisha. Cannot be applicable in Bombay. Apply different skill set. Bombay mindset is different. Chennai mindset is different. Coimbatore mindset is different. Toronto mindset is different. Different people, different thinking pattern. Now, different skill set you have to apply. So technology and knowledge wise, you improvise yourself, involve the technology because everything has been automated. About technology apply. Without technology, no company will survive nowadays. Technology is ruling the roost. Okay, right. Power of net. That's the power of net nowadays. Okay. If you have a net connection, that's a more powerful weapon you have. That's it. So some forms, diversify means utilizing the existing facility. So what is the existing facility? Utilize it, and your capabilities, and be more effective and efficient manner. Do the work. That's it. What is efficient? Okay. Whatever the resources are available, I'm using use of it. Resources I'm having, I'm using my resources. What is effectiveness? Within the time frame, I'm using the resources to get the result. That's called effectiveness. Using my resources within the time frame, I'm effectively using the resources within the time frame, getting the results. That's called effectiveness. Of efficiency, effectiveness, everybody requires using your resources to achieve the target. The same target using resources within the time bound you affected. The time bound you did, if you did it now, you're doing everything in effective manner. Of efficiency, effectiveness, both required for our organization. Within the time frame, you have to complete. Effectively, you have to complete that. Okay, let's see. Expansion or growth strategy. Okay. It can be either through intensification or diversification. Intensification, intensify. Igor Ansoff has given a matrix. It's called Ansoff matrix. It's very clear. Is this? So generally for expansion, every company they are always focusing on market penetration, market development. Okay, market. What is market penetration? What is market penetration? Increase your markets. Already I'm controlling 18% noodles market. Make it noodles market at 90%. 90%. Up extra 2% customer, you attract them. How to attract them? Add the product features. So these are the features we added in the new noodles. So masala noodles. Low sugar, low calories. Masala noodles. Just kind of stuff. So different product lines. So noodles with the chicken product. So noodles with the vegetable market. Noodles with the atta noodles, oats noodles. Product refinement. So we are launching oat noodles for weight reduction. So there can noodles also product refinement. New generation product. So younger generation always they like noodles. If you have 5 rupees, go and buy the noodles. 5 rupees noodles. Develop new product in the same market. New product. Market already is your control. But develop a new product in the same market. Okay, well, fine. That's it. So that's a very important area, especially right. About increase product usage. Increase your market share. So every week once you are buying noodles, make it 2 times you have to buy your noodles. Make it sure. A customer has to come to the shop for 2 times at least in a week, 3 times in a week. More usage increased. Increase the frequency of use. Generally, every week I'm using 1 noodle. Make it 2 times. Make it 3 times. That kind of strategy, the noodles company, they have to apply. A customer has to come to the first for every week 3 times to buy the noodles. Not for 1 time, 3 times. Increase the frequency of usage. So increase the quantity used. Okay, already using 1 kilogram. Now make it the 3 kilogram. Every entire family using noodles now. Okay, right. Find the new application for current users. So current users just give a taste, new idea, new application. Just give it to the current users. That's it. This is the market penetration. Market development. Expand geographically. Different markets you attract. Are you in Chennai region, Coimbatore region, Andhra region, Karnataka region, Bombay region, different region, Dubai Gulf region, Singapore region, Australia region. Expand. New segments you target. That's idea. Market development. Expand geographically, target new segments. Sometimes a company can go for diversification through new products. New products they can launch, new products they can go for. New products, new markets they can go for diversification. Either related or unrelated, they can go and diversify. That's okay. Next, intensification. What is mean intensification? You focus more on what you're doing now. Intensification. Market penetration. Enter deep into the market. Already having 80% market control. Automatically, new market development. What is market development? Of a new market you have to capture, new customer you have to attract. Okay, new way of channel of distribution you have to think about it. New content you have to give an advertisement. New promotional material you have to search for it. It's a market development. New markets you have to capture. So if you want to increase your market share from 88% to 90%, now a new market also you have to capture. Different channels of distribution you apply for it. Different advertising company just give it to them. Bring Amitabh Bachchan into your show and give a product launch. All the bring Dhoni into your products and launch all the promotional media. All the promotional techniques you apply for it to develop the market. Okay. You're going to develop in the Northeast region. Northeast, one superstar you attract and introduce the product. Northeast, you can capture the market. Tripura, Nagaland, just like this. Similarly, product development. So product development involves substantial modification of existing products. Okay, right. So product development. Already the product is well and good. Still, I would improvise the product. Improvise the Ayurvedic products. Improvise. Colgate paste, everybody knows it. Improvise the Colgate paste. New product, new launch, new techniques, new customer. I'm going to attract the young kids about my product. Young kids, I'm going to attract my target area, young kids. Product development. Slight modification. New content. Okay, new content. A new kind of market techniques I can apply for it. Okay, automatically the product I can develop it automatically. Existing customers I can give it. Why don't you try your products? You are already using A. Why don't you try B? Why don't you try C products of ours? Already you know Maggi. Why don't you try oat noodles? Why don't you try your soup products? Soup. Already we are a market. Maggi noodles. Maggi soup now. Soup products coming now. They're launching in the market. So go to supermarket and analyze what kind of strategy they're having. Okay, right. Similarly, that kind of strategy also, when you're entering the market, when you're entering any supermarket, so normally everybody thinks, so the first idea, they will always think left. When you enter in the supermarket, everybody, they always think about left, not right. That kind of strategy. Automatically, the Coca-Cola company thinks, when the customer entering the company, entering the supermarket, upper left side, you put all your products. So automatically, they will attract towards us. They buy our products. That kind of strategy they think out. Every mindset, human mindset. When they entering the supermarket, immediately they left only. So 80 to 90% customer they turn towards left. So 20% customer they towards right. About all your products when you launch now, left hand side you keep it. So straight away they came, turn left and buy the products. Similarly, at the counter also, cash counter display your products. Sometimes they can take some extra from the cash counter. So that kind of strategy you can apply for it. So different kind of strategies available, right? Next one, diversification. What is diversification? Okay, so company diversified into related business or unrelated business. They can diversify. Whether the business related to me, I can go for diversification, or business unrelated to me, I can go for diversification. So based on the nature and extent of the relationship with the existing business, what kind of relationship I'm having with the existing business because of diversification. So there are generally 4 kinds of diversification: vertically integrated diversification, horizontal integrated diversification, concentric diversification, conglomerate diversification. I'm going to diversify my products. Already in the noodles, soup market I'm entering. Already I'm in the scooter, car market I'm entering. Ola already in the cab only. Now Ola scooters are coming. Electric scooters are coming. But they're focusing on scooters also. Ola is a car company. Ola cars. We can book the cars to Ola. They're going to launch in their start process. Ola electrical vehicles, they start producing. New kind of started. Already everybody knows Ola. So why don't you try Ola car, electric car? That's it. Automatically they're thinking about the new ideas. But there are 4 kinds of diversification. One is vertical integrated diversification, horizontal, concentric, conglomerate. Vertical, horizontal, concentric, conglomerate. 4 types. Right? So what do you mean by? So these are 4 types of ideas. Right? Number 1. Before that, diversification. What is forward integration? Forward integration. What do you mean by forward integration? Right. See, everybody need raw material. Raw material. After raw material, convert into integrated goods. Integrated goods. And manufacture the goods. Do your marketing and sales. Once you made a sale, automatically after sales service, you introduce in a product. For example, Micromax TV they launched. Upper TV circuits input. And the intermediate goods or anything required, board get required. So they put everything in the Micromax TV, intermediate goods. So they manufactured. They find a market. They made a sale. Okay, that's it. No. In TV, any electronics company, how to buy? Any electronic products you're going to buy, they are giving maximum warranty period. That kind of products only you can buy always. Suppose imagine Micromax TV, they're giving 5 years warranty. Go and buy. Sony company gives it 3 years warranty. Don't go with Sony. Go with the Micromax because maximum warranty period they have coverage. Suppose your TV is not working after 4th year, Micromax will replace you. Sony will not replace. Reason? Sony having 3 years warranty. 4th year Sony TV is not working. You have to buy new Sony TV. The 4th year Micromax TV is not working. They will replace your TV. It is 0 cost. Can you go with Sony or Micromax? I will go with Micromax only. Reason 5 years warranty. That is called after sales service, after sales warranty services. So this is the way you can capture the market. So Micromax is 5 years warranty. Micromax is 5 years warranty. So they are imbibing the minds of your customer. More and more customers are buying TVs, Micromax. That's it. Forward integration, raw material, convert into intermediate products. Using intermediate products, you do start manufacturing, market your products, sell your products. Marketing and sales are both are different. They are not one and same. Marketing is different. Sales is different. Sales, I sold the goods to you. Sales. You buy the products. Yes, I sold the goods to you. Right. In order to make a sale, I have to apply the marketing techniques. Sale is a final point. Sale is a final point. I sold TV to you. I sold pen to you. I sold computers to you. Sale is the last point. But in order to make a sale, I do marketing techniques, marketing. All the marketing is applied to make the sales, to make the sale. Okay, that is over. No. After sales service also you do. Onida, washing machine launched 5 years. IFB, washing machine launched 5 years, 6 years warranty. 6 years warranty. Excite, battery launched 3 years warranty. Within 3 years, your battery is not working. Excite company will replace the battery free of cost. Second, it is not working. Okay, just come apply. We'll replace the battery to you. 3 years warranty, 4 years warranty, 5 years warranty. Any electrical goods, maximum warranty you have to buy always. That is the strategy, best strategy for the consumers always. So this is forward integration. What is backward integration? Sometimes you focus on your output forward. You focus on your input backward. Focus on input backward. Focus on your output forward. Output, sales, marketing, after sales, forward. Focus on input. See, your input is good enough, your output is also good enough. Your input is good. I have pakka raw material inside. I would definitely, I won't file for next 4 years. Upper backward integration. Sometimes the company will move forward and backward also. You're focusing on your input. Put proper input, proper output. So sambar is good because your input is correct. Sambar is bad. I'm a good food. I'm a good cook. My sambar, my idli is not good because your input is bad. Your input is bad. I'm a good cook. I have a low ingredients input. Sorry, your sambar is bad. Your idli is bad. Your product output is bad because your input is bad. So focus more on your input. Your output will be fine. That's called backward integration. Focus more on your input, backward integration. Your output will be good. Okay. Focus more on your output, forward integration. Sometimes company will think about backward and forward. They can adjust themselves. Next one is called horizontal integration. Horizontally they can integrate. About same kind of products they can launch always horizontally. Competitive products, A, B, already in the masala market, pepper market, maybe sombu. So these kind of markets I'm entering competitive markets products. I'm entering it. Same kind of horizontal integration. Horizontal. I'm always so for example, my dry fruits company. We are focusing more on dry fruits only. Dry fruits, badam, raisin. So always focusing only on dry grapes. Always focus cashew nuts. My focus always on the competitive products. So horizontal integration. That's it. So forward also you have to apply. In backward also you apply. Backward means you focus on your input. Forward, capture the market after sales service. Forward. Both required for a company. Imagine the company having a both forward and backward well and good now. The company will go superb. Your input is also good. Your output is also good. Your after sales service is also good. Then super. You are controlling the market. The market is your side. Vertically integrated diversification. In vertically integrated diversification, the firms opt to engage in businesses that are related to existing business of the firm. You have to focus more on your existing business of the firm. Existing business. Vertical integration. Okay. So automatically your existing business are related. You focus more on it. Vertical. The firm remains vertically within the same process sequence, moves forward and backward in the supply chain. Vertical means you are in the same process. Within the same process, move forward, move backward, chain. You are in the existing product, existing process, apply the same process. So vertical integration means, so company engage the same business, related business only, they will always engage. But they can apply backward, forward techniques, they can apply. So they enter into specific products and process. So the intention of making them into new business for the firm, For this, they apply forward integration and backward integration. So in case of backward integration, they always think about the supply of inputs. They will focus on it. Effective supply of inputs. At any point of your input will not stop. Proper quality input you have to introduce and supply will not stop any point of it. In case of forward integration, you create value chain for the existing products. After sales service also you can reduce it. That's it. Okay. Next one is called horizontal integrated diversification. Horizontal integrated diversification. What is horizontal integrated diversification? So through the acquisition of one or more similar products, one or more similar businesses. Okay, horizontal integration. So I'm already a product, same kind of my company is doing. I can go into acquiring. I'm already in the washing machine business, manufacturer. One more washing machine company, I'm going to buy it. Other integration, same product line. Okay, Orinda is going to buy IFB. IFB is going to buy Sony products, same category of washing machines. So similar business they're doing. Already the market they captured it. 90% noodle market controlled by Maggi. Okay, so Top Ramen company is acquired by the Maggi company, Maggi noodles company. Our Top Ramen having 5% segment market. Maggi 90% segment. Upon Maggi controlling the Top Ramen, 95% is controlling the market in India. 90% markets are controlled by Maggi noodles by Maggi noodles only. 5% of India controlled by Top Ramen company noodles. Imagine Maggi acquire Top Ramen company. Maggi already controlling 90% market share. Top Ramen 5%. Upon 85% controlled by the Top Ramen and Maggi noodles. So for similar business, you acquire. Automatically what happened? You controlling the market. Same business. Okay. Automatically one or business line, you can acquire the business. Increase your market share. Just give some complementary products. Two Maggi noodles you purchased, one soup will be free. That kind of attraction you can give it to them. That's it. Attract the market. So 3 Maggi products you purchased, 30% price slash, 30% reduction in the price. 3 Maggi noodles, 30% price reduction. 2 Maggi noodles, one soup will be free. Soup product will be free. So out of 4, buy 4, get 2 free. If you buy 4 Maggi noodles, 2 Maggi noodles free. Buy 4, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 2 free. Just like this. Buy 1, get 1. Buy 2, get 1. Buy 4, get 2. These kind of things we can do it. Same products. Controlling the market. Attract the market. Maggi. Everybody knows. Attract the Maggi. So Maggi company always thinking about just like this only. So later diversification. Okay. Exchange or share assets or companies by exploiting branding. Using the Maggi. Maggi is a brand. Automatically, what are Maggi doing is a perfect. So created impact brand they created. So Maggi is such a kind of marketing skills. 5 rupees you're having, you can go and buy the Maggi. So recently you can see advertisement in the TV. Amitabh Bachchan introduced 5 rupees Maggi. If you're very poor, spend 5 rupees, get a Maggi. Marketing skills. You're very poor, 5 rupees Maggi. Sales and distribution capacity. Nook and corner of the country, they have a distribution network. You try to create. You apply all your manufacturing skills, you apply for the product. Skill your product. And do the research and development. R&D. Every product have R&D capacity. Whenever the products are always, companies are investing more and more in R&D only. R&D. Do the research, do the development. R&D, research and development. New product capability. And scale your business. Scale. 1 lakh volumes, 1 lakh units. Make it as a 2 lakh units of sale. 3 lakh units of scale your business. Scale. That's it. Related diversification. Right. Unrelated diversification. This is your existing products. This is not your existing product. Unrelated diversification. Okay. Up a new products, Maggi entering. So Maggi noodles entering in toothpaste business. Maggi company entering in the toothpaste business. New product portfolios they invested. Unrelated. Maggi is a FMCG sector consumption. Toothpaste is different. Already toothpaste is Colgate, so Close Up, Pepsodent, Patanjali, everybody is there. But Maggi also introduced to launch a new Maggi, new company toothpaste. They're going to launch it. Upon unrelated business, they entered Maggi noodles. New technology they have to apply. Multiple products they have to launch. So one toothbrush free. Maggi noodles. If you buy one toothpaste Maggi, okay, one toothbrush will be free. Multiple products they can launch. Automatically reduce risk by operating multiple product markets also. Unrelated diversification. So automatically these kind of things what happen? Reduce your risk also. Okay. Similarly, unrelated diversification gives you different against the takeover bids. Sometimes your company will be taken by other company. Other company will go for the bidding work. Okay. So Maggi always think about buying Top Ramen noodles. Up in this case, Top Ramen noodles always think over Top Ramen shareholders, Top Ramen company always think over how to defend the takeover by the Maggi. How to defend the takeover. Sometimes existing shareholders they're not interested about takeover. Imagine Maggi is going to take over the Top Ramen, but Top Ramen shareholders they're not interested. Up in this case, you have to defend against any takeover bids. Any defend against takeover bids, you can defend. Okay, that kind of strategy also can apply. So I'm not interested for any takeover bids. Then you do it. That's it. And finally, private executive interest. So provide exit interest for the given products. Unrelated diversification also sometimes company will enter into. Next one. So concentric diversification. What do you mean concentric diversification in this case? Okay, simple. In concentric diversification, new business is linked to the existing business through process, through technology, through marketing. New business I launched. I'm just linking with my existing business. Same process, but new business. Same technology, new business. Same marketing skills, new business. Concentric diversification. Concentric. Using your existing process, using your existing technology, using existing marketing techniques, new business, you just attract. New business, you just go for it. So concentric diversification, new business. New business can be linked through your existing business process. New business can be linked through existing business technology. New business can be linked through existing market. Already I know my marketing technique. Already I'm launching A. Then you do B also. Same marketing, two products, two business. Same technology, two business. Same technology, two process. Okay, same technology, same process, two business. Same technology, two business. Same marketing, two business. A new business can be linked with the existing process. New business linked with the existing technology. New business linked with the existing marketing. That's it. I'm a marketing personnel. I'm launching my product A. Similarly, launch a B product also. Same marketing techniques only, no. So this is our product A. This is our product B. Same technology, A coming, B coming. Same process, A coming, B coming. Constantly diversification. Next, conglomerate diversification. In conglomerate diversification, no such linkages are existing. Conglomerate. Okay, right. So every business is different. Of A marketing skills, A process, A technology is different. B products business, B products process, B products technology, B products marketing skills are different. No linkages. Same process, same technology, same market, two new business, concentric. So two different process, two different technologies, two different marketing. They disjoint from each other. So technique required for paste is different. Technique required for the Maggi noodles are different. But don't do two things in a different things. Don't do two things in the same way. It's not possible. About conglomerate diversification, focus more on this A, focus more on this B separately. Different process, different technology, different skills are required for the two products. That's it. It's called conglomerate. Now, what is different? So many times they're asking, what is different between concentric and conglomerate? Concentric means two business applying same process, same technology, same marketing. Concentric. What is conglomerate? Two different businesses disjoint from each other. Two different process, technology, two different marketing skills required. To selling A, different skills required. To selling B, two different skills required. Conglomerate diversification. That's it. So okay, so they're totally unrelated. A and B is totally completely different. Skills required to sell motorbike is different. Skills required to sell your car is different. Skills required for the technology for scooter is different. Technology for car is different. So for scooter process will be different. Car process will be different. Our conglomerate diversification. I'm entering in the scooter market, entering in the car market. Conglomerate. Okay, right. Entering the toothpaste and the toothbrush, concentric diversification. Same process, same technology, same marketing. Toothpaste with the toothbrush, concentric. Same process, same technology, same market, but two new business. Conglomerate, car manufacturing, scooter manufacturing, different products, different process, different technology, different marketing skills. That's called conglomerate. Expansion through merger and acquisition. Acquisition or merger with existing consent. Sometimes you go for at merger. Two companies come together. So Vodafone India, merger, M&A. Earlier it's called Vodafone, different company. Idea Mobiles, Birla Group, a different company. Because of a Jio introduction, Vodafone and Idea will become two in one. Two companies now become one. They merged. The new name is called V. They launched. Vodafone earlier, Idea earlier. After merger, they become V company. V. Vodafone India merger. Okay, right. Why the company going for merger? Because Vodafone customers are Idea customers are Vodafone customers. Vodafone market is Idea market is Vodafone market. So combined synergy of the two will be more than the individual synergy. Vodafone plus India's combined strength will be more than, that's called synergy. The term is called synergy. SYNERG. Combined synergy of V more powerful than Vodafone and Idea synergy. Vodafone individually, Idea individually. No. Vodafone India powerful, more powerful. V is more powerful, more synergy, more synergy, more synergy. Then Vodafone and Idea individually. So that is where you can go for merger also, merger. So two or more companies combine together for the joint set of operation, joint tower sharing, joint controlling the business, joint profit sharing. So joint customer target. It's called merger. It's a target merger. Similarly, acquisition. One company buying other company. Acquisition. One company buying other company. Other company. So through M&A, the company can go for expansion. Already so far 20 crore customers for Vodafone. Idea having 10 crores. Imagine, assumption I'm telling you. I'm not telling exact fake assumption. After merger, 30 crore customers for Vodafone India. But once Vodafone Idea towers are shared, customers are shared. So all through merger, they can give more to the combined strength of the customer. So merger is nothing but two people come together. Two like-minded people come together. That's it. Similarly, M&A required. So what is the purpose of M&A? Okay, so both organizations, they can share joint profit. Both organizations can come together. Joint control operation, joint control target, joint control management of the manpower. Joint control, for example, Vodafone India, the joint M&A, merged. So our towers are shared, customers are shared, products are shared. Our more synergy they are having. I told you, Vodafone India is having more powerful than Vodafone and India synergy. Our synergy of Vodafone India combined network will be more powerful than synergy of Vodafone and synergy of Idea. That's it. Okay, right. That is the way of merger. In case of acquisition, one company takes over other company. A company buying B company. A company being B company. That's the acquisition. One financially strong company controlling or buying financially weak company. A company more powerful because more money they're having. B company less powerful because less money they're having. So more powerful company buying a less powerful company. That's called acquisition. Acquisition. Okay. What are the types of merger available in throughout the world? Globally, what type of mergers available? Why the company going for merger? Corporates say some synergy, some sort of synergy they can get it. That's so 4 days of merger. Number one. Horizontal merger. Same industry companies coming together. It's called horizontal merger. Example, Vodafone India. Same tower sharing, same mindset, same customer oriented, same cell phone, same kind of business they're doing, same kind of network. So imagine, it's a telecom company, telecom operator. Vodafone is a telecom operator. Idea is a telephone operator. Idea is a telecom operator. Combination of horizontal merger. Same firm, same industry, same telecom operation coming together. Horizontal merger. Vodafone Idea has been merged. It's called horizontal merger. Same industry, same firm, they're coming together. What is vertical merger? It is a merger of two organizations that are operating in the same industry, different stages of production or distribution system, they merge it together. See, I have 4 product line, four types of operation. Here having 5 types of operation. The 2 operations we can come together. So 2 operations we are unique. We can come together. Vertical merger. Different stages of production, different stages of distribution. That time they'll come together. Okay. So 4th stage of yours, 3rd stage of mine, same only. So 3 and 4 stage will come together. Vertical merger. Different stages of production will come together. Different stages of distribution will come together. Vertical merger. So V is a completely horizontal merger. Everything same operation, same techniques. That's it. V is a horizontal. Vertical. Different stages of production, different stage of distribution, you will come together. Your 4th stage, my 3rd stage is same, will come together. Your 6th stage and my 5th stage is same, will come together. Your distribution and my distribution same, will come together. Your 3rd stage of production and my 2nd stage of production is same, will come together. Vertical merger. So co-generic merger. What is co-generic merger? In co-generic merger, two or more merging operations associated in some way or other related to production process, business markets, or basic required technology. Something is common for us. Something is common for us. Your technology, my technology is same. Your process, my process same. Your market, my market same. Some way we are similar. In technological we are same. Process wise we are same. Market wise we are same. Can we come together, do business? Co-generic merger. Your production, my production stage is same. Your distribution, my distribution same. Vertical. Your process, my process same. Your market, my market same. Your technology, my technology same. Throughout somewhere down the line, we are same. Somewhere down the line, we are same. Then co-generic merger. Co-generic. Your market customers, my market same. Your process, my process same. Your technology, my technology same. Can it come together? Have more synergy? More synergy? Co-generic merger. Co-generic merger. Conglomerate merger. Conglomerate. What is conglomerate merger? It's a combination of all organizations that are unrelated to each other. Related. Okay, right. See, my customer groups different. Your customer groups different. Your customer function different. My customer function different. Okay. Your technology different. My technology different. Why don't you two operation? I can do two operations at a time. These two operations, two different people, two different customers, two different groups, two different mindset, two different technology. But I'm doing both. Common merger. So Tata Motors buying. Okay, Tata Motors different. Conglomerate. So Tata Motor different. Motor is different. Bicycle is different. Bicycle segment different. Bicycle customers different. Bicycle consumers different. Bicycle technology different. Car technology different. Car function different. Car customer. In this case, okay. So conglomerate merger. Automatically what happened? So I'm going to merge these two things. One car company going to buy the bicycle company, yeah, conglomerate merger. Okay, unrelated products they will buy and they will merge together. About Tata industry, Tata also doing Tata Motors, Tata also doing cycle industry, cycle business. Because both groups are different. No linkages between motor and cycle. Motor and cycle are different. Cycle different. No linkages. Your customer group different. My customer group different. Your function different. My function different. Your technology, my technology different. No linkages. No linkages. Will come to a conglomerate merger. That's it. Sometimes expansion through strategic alliance. Expansion through strategic alliances. Why don't you form relationship? Strategic alliances we can do. Okay, because we have some same objective. So it's a relationship between two or more business that enables each to achieve certain strategy objectives, with neither would be able to achieve on its own. See, I cannot do without you. You cannot do without me. Why don't we come together? We'll do business collectively. Okay, that's a very important. Okay, neither would be able to achieve. So on my own, I cannot achieve without your support. Similarly, you cannot achieve without my support. Why don't we come together? Strategic alliance partnership. I need your support. I cannot do on my own. You need my support. You cannot do on your own. Why don't we come together jointly, do the business? Strategic alliances. By the way, I'm in Chennai. You're in Bangalore. Okay. So why don't we have alliances? We come together. Joint set of operations. I cannot do without you. You cannot do without me. I have a manpower. You have ideas. Why don't we come together? Yes, we can do. That's it. Alliances. Both will get benefited. No, that's it. So therefore, strategic partners maintain the status as independent and separate entities. Independent. You're also mine also independent. Share the benefits and control over the partnership. So continue to make contribution to the alliance until it is terminated. Automatically, strategic partners are maintain the status as independent separate entities. So your identity is different, my identity is different, but we are allied. We are allied partner. Your ideology, my ideology are different, but we are allied partners. Share the benefits. Control the partnership. Okay, right. Your state is different, my state different. You are different, my different, but our ideas are same. Okay, I cannot do without you. You cannot do without me. We can share the benefits. Control the partnership. That's it. Similarly, we can do some contributions for the alliances until it terminated. You do your contribution, I do my contribution until the alliance will terminate it. So till next 5 years, we'll do commonly, we'll do jointly. Next 5 years, we'll do the joint operation. You do your part, I do my part till the alliance terminates. So strategy alliances. So next one, retrenchment strategy or turnover strategy. Retrenchment, turnover strategy. Example. What is retrenchment? Cost cutting techniques. Sell your business. When you're not able to control your variable cost, at least shut down your business. Close the business line, product line. It is followed when an organization substantially reaches the scope of its activity. Sorry, sir. Hereafter, I cannot do. It's not possible for me. Cost cutting, retrenchment. Sell your business, sell your product line, liquidate your business because you're not able to maintain your variable cost, retrenchment, cost cutting techniques, retrenchment strategy, cost cutting techniques. Sell your business. No, just make a sale. That's it. Turnover strategy. What is turnover strategy? It is a retrenchment may be done either internally or externally. Internally. The turnover. Internally means to take place. Emphasis laid on improving internal efficiency. Internally, you focus on internal efficiency, you turnover. Okay, your people are not good. Replace A by B, replace B by C. Improvise yourself. Internal improvisation. Turnover. Internally, you are not capable. Change the internal people. Turnover strategy. That's it. Next one, divestment strategy. Divestment strategy involves sale or liquidation of portion of business. Sorry, sir, this unit is not fit for me. I'm going to liquidate the business. I'm doing 4 types of business. 3 I'm well good. 1 I'm not doing well. So just liquidate that business. Just liquidate that portion of business. Liquidate. Don't think as a major division. Liquidate. Sale or liquidate the portion of business, or divide major division. You can do it. Make them as a profit center or SBU. Okay, right. Restructuring plan is called divestment. Restructuring business. So 4 business you're doing, 3 you're doing well, 1 you're not doing well. Divestment. That's it. Or rehabilitate. Restructuring plan. You can apply for it. Investment, divestment. That's it. Restructuring your plan. Rehabilitate your plan. Turnover strategy. That's it. Till the attempt, when a turnover has been attempted, has proved to be unsuccessful. That's it. So turnover strategy you apply till it proved to be unsuccessful. That's it. So apply the turnover strategy, still it is unsuccessful, apply divestment. Turnover, internally, you just change your people. Applied. Still you are unsuccessful, then divestment. That's it. Sale or liquidate. Liquidation strategy. It is a determined strategy considered the most extreme and unattractive in liquidation strategy. Liquidate. It is unattractive but extreme stage. Sorry. When the assets are not going to generate any revenue, sell your assets. Close your business. Liquidation. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to run my company. Liquidate your company. Sorry, sir, my assets are not getting any revenue for me. Now, sell your assets. Any asset not going to generate any revenue, it is better to sell the assets. It is a last resort. When the asset will become nil generation of revenue. What is asset meaning? First of all, it is going to generate long-term revenue. That's called asset. Investment in the machine, it is going to generate some products for you. Investment in the building, it is going to generate revenue for me. Rent. Investment in the bank, it is going to generate interest to me. That's it. Any asset means it's going to generate some revenue to me. When the revenue generation is stopped, it is better to sell your assets. Otherwise, investment will become wasted. At least you monetize your assets. By making a sale of your assets. That's it. So it's a last resort. See, once assets are deployment, you have a machine, so the workers are working. When the products are not sold, what is the purpose of machine? Better you sell your machines. There is no job for your workers and other employees. So termination of opportunities. Sometimes what happens, when the company is not doing well in a particular segment, they will liquidate. Opportunity will be terminated. Some other things they can pursue. Some other things the firm can pursue. Because stigma of failure has been attached to the company, they're not doing well in a particular product. Stigma of failure has been attracted. They well set in the mind. Automatically, the company can apply for other strategies. So all the opportunities has been terminated. The employment of workers has been lost. From machine has been sold. Liquidation strategy. That's okay. And finally, combination study. The above studies are not mutually exclusive. What is mutually exclusive? Okay. See, if you're going to win now, definitely you will never lose. If you're going to lose now, you never win. If head happens in a coin now, tail will not happen. If tail happens in a coin now, head will not happen. Mutually exclusive. One can preclude the happening of other. Mutually exclusive. Not mutually exclusive. They're dependent. You can use mixed strategy. Mutually exclusive means happening of one precludes the happening of other. Mutually exclusive. If head happens, tail will not happen. If tail happens, head will not happen. If we pass, fail will not happen. Fail, pass will not. It's called mutually exclusive. What is not mutually exclusive? They are interdependent. So they are interdependent. Strategies are always interdependent, not mutually exclusive. Interdependent. You can use all your strategy, or don't. It is not a mutually exclusive. It is not a mutual exclusive. You can use all your strategy. Okay, you can use all your strategy. It's not mutually exclusive. It is possible to mix the above whatever things are required for a particular situation. Apply for it. Apply for it. Apply for it. In case of expansion, M&A. In case of retrenchment, cost cutting, retrenchment, liquidate, cost cutting, you can apply for it. Okay, right. Retrenchment of ailing products followed by stability. Suppose sometimes there are some products not well accomplished in the market. Automatically it's called ailing products. So they're not well and good received by the consumers. Automatically, so if the ailing products are followed by stability. You first they're going to be ailing. Think about the stability factor. At least do for some expansion work and finally liquidate the product also. Sometimes multiple combination of strategy you can apply to a product. Sometimes you can acquire, sometimes you can expand, sometimes retrenchment, sometimes divestment, sometimes turnover, sometimes liquidate. Everything you can apply for it. Okay, that's it. So these kind of things also you can go for it. Sometimes finally, okay, this is a thing, the final call. You may call for retrenchment, final call. And the products have become absolute, no longer required in the market. It is better retrenchment. Sell the products. Liquidate your business. Close your production operations. Close your plant operation. Because nobody willing to buy your products. That's the stage you achieved. Better close your product. Absolute, no longer required. Absolute. So plant location, product lines, production facilities, everything, you close it. That's it. So multiple combination strategy you can apply for it. Let's see some of the exam papers. We'll see. Right. So 2012 paper and 2008, 2 times the question has been asked. 1 mark and 2 marks. Explain the meaning of following concepts. Direction strategy. What do you mean by direction strategy for a corporate? For a corporate or a company, what is the direction strategy for corporate? What is the direction strategy for Reliance Jio? What is the direction strategy for Tata companies? What is the direction strategy for Birla Groups? What is the direction strategy for Ashok Leyland Bus Company? What is the direction strategy for Reliance, Enfield Motor Company, Enfield Motors? What is the direction strategy? Okay. According to Gluck & Jock, okay, there are 4 types of strategy already they are having. Number 1, okay. Number 1, stability. Every company, they aspiring for stability in the market. Stable, 60% my control in the market. I am dominating the market. Stability strategy. Number 1. Number 2, I want to expand my business. Expansion strategy. Number 3, detrimental strategy. Detrimental. There are sometimes what happen? No, somebody will going to take over me. Detrimental. Think detrimental strategy. You have to apply. Detrimental. Sometimes they will go for just go. Don't go another step. Don't take another step. Just be stop. Be aware. Think. Detrimental. Don't go for expansion. Think. Stop. Detrimental strategy. And the 4th one, combination. All strategies the company, stability, expansion, detrimental, combination strategy the company can apply. So these are the business strategies to provide basic direction where the company is going forward. Basic direction. Where the company is moving. What is my long-term objective? Where I'm next another 5 years, where I'm going to be. Another 1 year, where I'm going to be. Another 2 years, where I'm going to be. Long-term business strategy. My company going to survive for another 50 years, another 100 years. That is the kind of strategy. Google is planning for another 100 years. Microsoft planning for another 100 years. Apple is planning for another 100 years. Long-term business objective. Long-term. Sorry, sir. Next year I'm going to close it. That is not your business. That is not your business strategy. Sorry, sir. Next 100 days, my company is going to survive. How about that kind of strategy? You have to apply for it. Google, everybody knows. 25 years before, no Google. So 40 years before, no Apple iPhones. Now, dominating, controlling, scalability, leader in the market segment. Everybody knows Apple products, Mac Pro, iPhone, iPad. Everybody knows. A kind of charisma they are having. Even iPhone is 75,000 rupees. Basic mobile, 50 to 75,000 range. But people are willing to buy iPhone. It's a status, prestige. They can see Apple symbol will be there. You can see some of your friends know. They can show the Apple symbol. Oh, you are having Apple iPhone, huh? Yes, I'm having Apple iPhone. They're telling you. Apple iPhone. Status. Correct? No. So that kind of charisma. You are Apple iPhone user? Yes, sir. No, I am an Android user, sir. Sorry. You're an Android user, huh? Okay. No, I'm an iPhone user. That's the kind of prestige you're having. So long-term business opportunity, if you're going to achieve, every company have a strategy, stability, expansion, detrimental, combination. This kind of strategy the company can able to apply in order to retain the controlled market for the long-term objective. That's it. Let's see. 2017 paper, 4 marks. Discuss the broad areas in which functional areas of a business organization carry. Broad areas where the company is going to operate, operate function strategies, function strategy, right? Once higher level corporate and the business strategies are developed automatically. So automatically each functional people, functional area, so they will think over. But once a strategy has been fixed by the Geo company, Geo plan is going to launch in the market. Geo mobiles are going to come. Geo network is going to be launched. Top level people, they design the strategy, developed. Automatically thereafter, so they have to formulate and implement strategy. Each function level, they will focus. What are the function level? Marketing is one of the function for the Geo mobiles, Geo company, Geo 500. Financial functional, production function, human resource function. That's it. Generally, these are the basic functions. Basic marketing, financial, production, human resource. Right people, right time, right talent you have to hire. Human resource. Your production capacity is huge. Your missions are superb missions. Financially, you are strong. Reliance Group, strong financial strength they're having. Marketing, each and everywhere the marketing. Marketing is different. Sales is different. Use all your marketing techniques to make your sales. Sorry, sold the consumer, sold the products to consumer. Sales, that is different. All your marketing techniques through ad, through advertise, through all your marketing techniques. So through your mobile phones, marketing techniques, through display boards, to TV channels, to radio network, to paper, another media, marketing, all your marketing techniques apply. Everywhere, marketing. That's of every organization, they will think about the 4 functional areas: marketing, financial, production, human resource. So they are focusing only on those areas. Once the strategy has been fixed, automatically it is the duty of the functional area people to implement and execute it. Each function area, the first major sub areas identified. For each function area, there is sub area. For marketing, there is sub marketing tools, financial, sub financial tools, production, sub production tools, human resources, sub human resources. You have to think about sub areas, you think and identify. And how each sub function area will have to operate. On the functional strategy content, what kind of content you're going to get function side, what kind of content you're going to for marketing content, financial people, content. Each and every function, what is the role and content you have to define. Marketing, financial, production, human resource. The content is very, very important. Important factor also. Okay. And the importance of the process of strategy implementation is identified. So automatically, so everything, sir, output, don't think about it. You focus on your input and process. Your input and process is well and good, your output is pakka. So my sambar is good. Why? That is output. Sir, your ingredient input, superb. Your process, superb. Sambar automatically correct. No, sir, my sambar is always, no, your input and process is good. When your output is good now, your input and process, you have to focus more on your inputs, raw material. What kind of ingredients are added? What kind of input you just given? And you focus each and every stage of development, you process, you focus on it. So you have a final output. So that's very important. So everybody has to focus on your process. Working process is more important than the output, than the important. Your process is weak, your output is weak. Your process is sound, your output is sound. Of importance is the process. Each and every development stage, you focus on it. In terms of level of strategy formulation, the function strategies are operated. Sometimes what happens, no? So sometimes a function strategy, so SBS, strategy business leadership, or business level strategies. Okay, so function strategies is operating below business level strategies, below business level. So business level, thereafter functional level, business level, thereafter business level, thereafter functional level. So business level strategies, thereafter functional. What is functions? So marketing function, financial function, production, HR function. They will focus on it. That's it. So function strategies are made within the higher level strategies. Within higher, so every marketing there is a head, every financial there is a head, every production there is a head, human resource head. So chief marketing officer, chief financial officer, chief production officer, chief human resource officer. So strategy within the marketing, you can devise a strategy. Within financial, you can devise a strategy. Okay. Every function every function, it is headed by some intellectuals. So higher level strategy required for every function. That's it. So functional managers need guidance from business people in order to take decisions. So functional managers need guidance from the business people. So business level people, corporate to business level to functional level. So business level people will guide the functional level people. So functional level people, after getting the direction of the business level, they will implement the things. So operation plans till the function managers. What kind of, so this is you have to do. That's what function manager will do. So this is you have to do. That's it. So functional level people will do like this only. So business level people, so this is the way you have to do. Functional level, they will operate and do it. That's it. Okay, right. What has to be done with the policies? How the plans to be implemented? That's it. So operation plan tell the function manager, sir, this is our policy. This is the way you have to do it. This is our policy. This is the way you do it. This is the way you have to implement and execute. That's the idea. That's it. That's what functional level people always think. That's it. Okay. 2010 people, 2 marks. What are the grand strategy alternative during recession? The company is in recession. What is recession? Nobody willing to buy products. Purchase power is reduced. Purchasing power is reduced. See, if I have money now, I can go and buy. If you don't have money now, recession. Low demand, low demand, low demand, low demand. So low demand is recession. Nobody willing your products because demand is very low. Recession started. Recession started. It's not a depression, it's a recession. Low demand. High demand, boom. Low demand, recession. Recession. Nobody demand. There is a demand, you will buy, but no demand, recession. Our stability strategy is recommendable option. Stability. Whenever any organization facing recession, be stable. Sorry, sir, my products are nobody buying. Be stable. Don't worry. Be stable. Stable. During recession, business or face reduced demand. Nobody willing to buy. So far, every time 100 people will buy your products. Now only 20 people are buying. Recession. So even though my prices are reduced, earlier I sold at 120 rupees, sir. Now I'm selling at 80 rupees only. But earlier 120, 200 people they used to come to my shop. They will buy the product. Now even the prices are coming down, but only 50 people are coming to my shop. Even the prices offered low prices. Sorry, sir, demand very low. People not buying my product. Even though low price, recession. So what is recession? Demand no demand, reduced demand. Even the prices of the products has been coming down, but no demand in the market. Nobody willing to buy the product. Recession. So funds will become scarce. Expenditure on expansion is stopped. But during recession, what you will do? My funds will be down because I'm not generating any revenue. My funds will be down, scarce. I will not be interested for expansion because already recession. I will not enter in any other market. I will not apply expansion strategy. My profits are coming down, decline. As a businessman, I try to minimize my cost during recession. Already demand low. The prices are low. Ultimate thing, try to minimize the cost. Don't maximize, minimize the cost. Automatically, once you are in recession, every company, every organization, they have to really work hard to maintain the existing market. Already 20% market share, my market share. At present, no demand. But 20% my market share. 20% customers buying my products only. Automatically, during recession, my mindset, I am controlling the existing market share. At least another 1 year recession will happen. Yes, next to 1 year you survive. After 1 year, your business will go up. That's it. But next to 1 year recession, company has to survive. At least you breathe. At least be alive. Next to 1 year. After 1 year, the cycle will change. Booming will start. Recession will be over. It is not a continuous recession, temporary recession. 1 year. The company thought of surviving techniques. They use the surviving techniques. You breathe alive for 1 year. After that, you become Raja. Now you survive. At least. Whatever food I will just have, take it and survive. This is the company strategy. Survive for the recession period. After that, you'll become king. That's it. Now that's the idea. During recession, every company you have to think. Don't go for expansion. Reduce your cost because the profits are declining. Your funds are scarce. Work hard to maintain the same market share. Work hard to spend same market share. The company to survive the recession period. When the recession periods are over, super. They will go and control the market. So 2014, 2 marks. State with the reason which of the following statement is correct or incorrect. Stability strategy is not a do nothing strategy. No. Correct. Not to do something. Okay. Stability means at least you have to do something. It's not a do nothing, not a do something. No, you have to do something. You do something. Okay, right. So something, stability. It is not a do nothing strategy. It is the important goal of every organization. Existing customer has to be attracted, safeguarded. Existing strength you have to apply. All well established and tested job you have to apply. You maintain the same time to offer efficiency, sustained basis. Continuously do the work. Continuously do the work. That's it. Not doing nothing. No. You do something. You do something. Do something. Maintain it. Test it. Existing customers, you attract the existing customers and strengthen your position at least. It's got stability. Be stable. 20% market share, 20% market share, you control it. Don't make it for 18% market share. Okay. When you're not doing anything, your market share coming to 18. About 20% market share you have to control. Now you have to do work extra, maintain extra, do increase your efficiency, so you can maintain the same market share control. It is not a do nothing strategy. Okay, you have to do everything, do something. It is not a do something nothing strategy, which means it is something, do something. That's correct. It is not a do nothing strategy. It is something you do. That's something you do to be stabilized in your market. That's it. So 207 paper. State with the reason which was first is correct and incorrect. Acquisition is also one of the strategy. Correct. See, I want to enter Odisha market. Okay, I am in a sweet business. In Odisha, I want to enter. Odisha, somebody is doing sweet business. Go and purchase the sweet company. Automatically entering the Odisha market. Of acquisition also one of the means of which you can go and acquire the product or market. Automatically, that one kind of strategy. That's it. So buying a market, buying a product, buying a company, you acquire the company. One kind of strategy. Correct. That is true. That's true. Okay. So that's what the business people always think. Acquire the company. So Byju is acquiring Akash. Byju is an online platform, tech company. 70,000 crores valuation. Akash 6,000 crores valuation company, offline. Byju's purchase Akash. Imagine. One kind of acquisition strategy. Why? Automatically, their customers, my customers. Their area, my area. Their area focus, my area focus. That's kind of one kind of strategy. That's it. So acquisition provides a rapid means of gaining and established products or market position. Acquisition means particularly attractive means of corporate development. Certain strategic and financial condition I can acquire it. So acquisition means particularly I'm attracting the corporate development. Whenever the company going for development, acquisition one of the strategy they can apply for it. That's in case of mature industries, number of firms available. Above one by one, you acquire the firms. Entry through the acquisition can avoid the competition reaction. One company acquire the other company, upon no competition exists. You can avoid the competition. A also there, B also there, competition. Suppose A acquire the B, no competition. Byju's acquire Akash, no competition. A company acquire B, no acquisition, no competition. But through acquisition, you can avoid competition. That's it. That a company attempts to enter the industry by internal development. Internally, you can develop your products. So internal develop. Okay, automatically A company will become B company. A company purchase B company. So hereafter both companies remain same only. So rather than intensifying the rivalry by adding a further player, so potential competition purchase. You are my competitor, I purchased you. No competition. No or no competition. Once a company purchased you, A company purchased B company, A company competed B company. Imagine A company purchased B, but no competition. Competition is coming through B only. B I purchased, but no competition. That's it. Okay. So this is one of the way competition can be broken. Competition can be no competition. We can make it through. In other industries, competitive advantage rests in assets. There are some companies, they're building the assets, rest in the assets. Built up over the considered periods of time acquisition. See, if you want to become a market leader, I have to control your assets. I have to control you. I have to purchase you. That's it. To achieve the market position, I have to acquire building the assets. One company purchasing another company, they're building the assets. Building the asset generate more revenue over a period of time. That's it. So immediately achieve a market position. Virtually impossible to develop internally. It is impossible to develop internally. Impossible internally. For example, Sony, the Japanese electronics. That's it. That's example. Okay, right. So Sony company, Japanese electronics company. Sony acquiring another company in the market, same segment, acquisition. So for example, Sony, some other companies are competitor. So automatically, Sony purchased Japanese electronics. Japanese electronics already one more company. Sony is the other company. Sony purchases Japanese electronics. But no competition. Virtually impossible. Competition eradicated, removed, thrown away. No competition. Automatically, your market position, my market position. That's it. And that's the idea. So acquisition is one of the kind of strategy the company can able to adapt. That's it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Style Digitech and press the bell icon to see new videos.